Dhruv, I
Yes,
would
sir.
invite you to please start with a very brief introduction about your business, and then please walk us through with the journey that you had before the workshop and the kind of results that you experienced during and after the workshop. So over to you, Dhruv.
Thank you, sir. So, good morning, everyone. I am Dhruv Malhotra. I am the Executive Director at Everest Vacuum. We are a 14-year young company. We started our operations in 2007. And in the last 14 years, we have done a consolidated revenue of about 350 crores. We've helped our customers save more than 5,000 crores. We currently serve more than 1,500 customers, and we've supplied more than 9,000 vacuum pumps. We have 4 utility patents with us and 2 design patents. Currently, what we manufacture, the way we manufacture, we are the only Indian company who's manufacturing these dry screw vacuum pumps in India. And these pumps are majorly being used in chemical and process industry, the API, active pharmaceutical ingredient. That is the domain where these are being used. With China Plus One strategy, I think that was a big boom for us. Even though it was COVID, our sales grew by about 52% in 2021 and about 37% thereafter, beyond that this year. So that's like, yes, a brief introduction about myself. I see a lot of people here who we did our ASP together. Along with ASP, I started on this journey of digital marketing as well. I didn't want to wait for that extra 6 months. I wanted ki pehle jitna, whatever we can get out of it, why not capitalize and lose that advantage of 6 months. When I started with this program, I joined in a couple of weeks late because I was still contemplating. And I think the first class that I attended was this session only, which was one of the most useful sessions that I attended. Baki to sari cheeze digital ki hamari DMM के through या agency के through होती रहती हैं, but this is a point where the fear, greed, lust, जैसे sir कहते हैं FGL, that is something that probably nobody else understands as well as we do in our business. तो Thursday को मेरा ऐसे ही session था और next Monday मेरी customer के साथ meeting थी. Now we went for that meeting, and before that I had made my notes. I had made a calculator. कब कहाँ कितना loss होगा. So we very popularly in our company have now started using it. We call it as 6KLH. तो कोई भी अगर बड़ा केस का ऑफर जा रहा होता है तो स्टैंडर्ड टर्मिनोलॉजी यूज होती है कि 6KLH कैलकुलेटर बन गया है. So I went to this customer. जैसे सर ने साइंस बताई, पहले we only used to talk about the advantages of our product. और हम हर टाइम यही कोशिश में लगे रहते थे. Every time we were of the approach कि हम किसी तरह अपना इक्विपमेंट की कॉस्ट को कस्टमर के सामने जस्टिफाई कर लें. So we used to talk about the advantages of the product, and along with the advantages, we used to calculate the ROI based on those advantages. When I started adopting this technology, we designed a calculator. And as a resultant of that, the product that we were pitching to our customer was worth about 8 lakh rupees. It was a single pump worth about 8 lakh rupees. When we started working on the numbers, we sat down with the customer. We already had a basic calculator in place. We started filling in the numbers, and we got the basic difference there became that instead of talking of the advantages, we started talking about the losses that the customer was making. We started talking about the benefits that he would have had from our equipment.
So what was the number that you arrived at?
When we did this calculation and when we spoke about the benefits, instead of the advantages, when we spoke about the benefits, we realized that the customer was losing about 14 crores by not using the equipment that we were selling. And the value of the equipment was 8 lakhs.
How about that?
So, थोड़ा सा हमारा फिर हुआ, हमने कहा यार 8 lakhs में तो अब ये solution इसकी नहीं हो सकती. There and then we revised our offer, we upscaled it, we added some more equipment to it, and we made that offer for 28 lakhs. No questions asked, within 1 hour. क्योंकि हम जब अपनी कैलकुलेशन कर रहे थे तो कैलकुलेशन में हमने जब वो 14 करोड़ का लॉस कस्टमर का आइडेंटिफाई करा और म्यूचुअली वी अराइव्ड एट दैट number, we calculated per hour loss also. So per hour of not using the equipment, the customer was losing 60,000, 65,000 rupees. It was a company here close to Delhi only, pharma company. 2 hours it took us, and he told me कि सर अगर मैं ये 2 घंटे में भी डिले करता हूँ ना, I am losing 1.2 lakhs. तो मेरे को तो डिले करना ही नहीं है, मेरे को ये इक्विपमेंट जल्दी से जल्दी खरीदना है. Now जो राहुल सर की साइंस यूज करी थी उसमें भी ये सीखा था कि OTIF चाहिए, ऑन टाइम, इन फुल डिलीवरी है. The competition that was there, they were giving the equipment in 8 weeks. We were giving the equipment in 3 weeks. We committed 3 weeks, we delivered in 7 days. The advantage that we got there was that because we were able to deliver in 3 weeks, simultaneously अब ये सारे numbers दिमाग में आने शुरू हो गए थे, all the calculations were there. So we calculated that if you go to the next best person who's committing a delivery of 8 weeks versus our 3 weeks, that differential of 5 weeks only, how much money you are actually losing, which till then the customer was also not knowing. So
what was the cost difference between your price and the competitor's price?
No sir, cost difference नहीं था ना, फिर हमने तो डिस्काउंट दिया ही, हमने तो कहा कि हम डिस्काउंट दे नहीं सकते.
हाँ, मैं आपकी बात समझ गया. आपका कॉम्पिटिटर जो था उनका क्या प्राइस था जो आपने 28 लाख का बोला था? सिमिलर से अगर हम 28 कह रहे थे तो वो शायद 25 या 26 पे ऑफर कर रहे थे वो इक्विपमेंट. द मतलब 3 hours I think we were there. The CEO, the CFO, everybody of that company came and they spoke to us, and literally our position, मतलब I saw that magic happen for the first time. And next class में आते मैंने सर को कहा कि सर थैंक यू, आपने ये जो मेरे को एक इतना बढ़िया टूल दिया है, रामबाण दिया है, this has really helped me. Our whole positioning, the way we were sitting there, now the customer was after us and he was telling us कि नहीं सर आप ये 3 weeks जो कह रहे हैं, ये 3 weeks को भी जल्दी कर दीजिए. So डिस्काउंट की बात खत्म, क्रेडिट की बात खत्म, मतलब वो सारी डिस्कशंस ही नहीं हुई. उन्होंने सीधा कहा आप शाम तक आपके अकाउंट में पैसे ट्रांसफर हो जाएंगे, एडवांस आ जाएगा आपके पास, ऑन dispatch you'll get the balance payment, and you just ensure. मतलब I had a personal 10-15 minutes meeting with their CEO, and that discussion was only based on the point कि ध्रुव मेरे को ये डिलीवरी जो है ये 3 weeks नहीं 10 days में चाहिए, तुमने बस इतना काम करना है, बाकी whatever you require. So that is the power when we start using this tool. Now in fact we've created it's become a philosophy into our company. Everybody who's talking has to if it's an order above a particular ticket value, they have to talk about this calculator and they have to identify the benefits. दूसरा जो हमें सबसे बड़ा benefit मिला was these 9 critical numbers, which I am sure you must have already discussed. That helped us create a very powerful position statement for ourselves. That position statement now is being used in all our introduction videos. We've automated that process. Any new lead that comes to us, हमारी एक welcome pitch और position statement का उनके पास email चली जाती है. That is really helping us. और उसके साथ साथ now what we've decided or what the culture change that has been brought into the company is that instead of talking about the advantages of our products, we try and listen to our customer first, understand his pain points, and then stab and twist on those pain points and create our calculator or our calculations as to what benefits he will receive out of it rather than what advantages we can offer to him. तो वो चीजें हमें मतलब those were the things that really helped us. Similarly, you were able to secure an appointment with a listed company.
That, sir. Yeah. So similarly, this was one part of it. Then based on this science, जैसे जैसे सर की क्लास चलती रहती थी, जोश भरता रहता था. So every Saturday I used to sit down and I used to review the session notes. And शायद मैं सर को भी तंग करता था कि सर फ्राइडे शाम तक आप वीडियो पोस्ट कर देना क्योंकि सैटरडे मॉर्निंग I have scheduled for this activity. So one Saturday there was another particular case that we were working on. Very big listed company. The MD of the company, he's amongst the 100 richest men of India. Based on this science, we drafted a letter for him specifically to that company, wherein we were able to identify that by not using our equipment. So they are using about 70 such pumps in their company. One pump, if they were not using a dry pump and they were using a conventional wet pump, they were losing about 2.8 2.9 crores. अब उसको जब हम 70 से मल्टीप्लाई करते थे तो वो वैल्यू सामने आ गई. So we drafted a well enough letter and we attached this calculator along with it and we gave them their time कि आप अपने हिसाब से इसमें कैलकुलेशन कर लीजिए. हमारे हिसाब से ये 2.8 करोड़ के आसपास की लॉस आ रहा है. Resultant of that was that within 1 week I got an email back that our MD would like to meet you in person. So you just plan to travel to Pune and you'll be scheduled a slot of about half an hour. When we went there, I went there prepared again with the same position statement and again with the same calculator. The meeting, which was originally scheduled for about half an hour, went on for more than 2 hours. तो उन्होंने मेरे सामने ही सबको फोन किया कि यार आगे का मेरा शेड्यूल आप कैंसिल कर दो. I would like to spend more time with them because they actually understood that yes, this is the actual benefit that we will receive if we make this switch. And all those numbers were vetted by their team as well. And we playing our cards right, telling them their benefit instead of our advantages, the whole ball game changed. As a result of it, they are currently using 70 pumps. They were using 70 old technology pumps. 33 pumps they have already converted to dry. They've already placed that order with us. And the balance they want to do once they have the capex budget for the next year as well. So I think these were some very big takeaways for me, and it changed my philosophy totally. पहले मैं थोड़ा घबराता था कि हम अपनी एडवांटेजेस पे बात करेंगे, कस्टमर डिस्काउंट मांगेगा, क्रेडिट पे काम होना पड़ेगा. But now I think the whole ball game has changed. I love interacting with people. I love interacting with my customers now because the more I interact with them, the more stronger my calculators become. I get a lot of information based on which we keep modifying our pitch and we keep utilizing it to our advantage. So yes, these were two very great experiences, and my sincere gratitude to Manoj sir for giving us this Ramban.
Great. Thank you, Dhruv. That was a really brilliant and lovely sharing. Really motivating for others. Now we have some more time because Dhruv is running a very tight schedule. So we have maybe a few more minutes. If you have any questions, you can ask Dhruv. Otherwise, all of us will thank him and then he can carry on with his own prior defined schedule. All right. Any questions for Dhruv?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yes, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Hi Dhruv. Firstly,
Hi.
great to hear. It was really motivating for us to hear this. So firstly, I would like to know what is 6 KLH that you said.
कब कहाँ कितना लॉस होगा. ये सर की टर्मिनोलॉजी है, उसका एक्रोनिम हमने बना दिया है. But कब कहाँ कितना probably I don't know if you've covered that in your program right now or you'll be
Yes, I have begun to cover. I have just begun to cover. All right.
I was not aware of this acronym 6 KLH.
तो वो कब कहाँ कितना लॉस होगा हम कस्टमर के सामने नहीं कह सकते. So it's like a code word for it. ये 6 KLH हो गया इनका. You see, earlier we were working on a price list. Now no more.
Okay.
Now we work on what is the benefit that we can provide to the customer, because we are in an industry where it's a capital industry. So there is no fixed price. I can sell the same product for X to A customer and for Y to B customer. So we first, if we have done our homework right, we are very clear as to where we should be positioning ourselves. पहले होता था, most of our competitors are foreign companies, international companies. So we used to always price position ourselves slightly lower. But now with these tools coming in and with us being able to identify कि हम customer को कितना benefit दे सकते हैं, we've decided कि not required यार. Why can't we price position ourselves higher than others? Because what we are offering, we've become very clear on our deliverables.
Great. Just go on.
Hi sir. Sir, actually जो आपके fear का जो point था, on that one only. जैसे सर ने बोला रामबान है, तो रामबान का बेस मुझे चाहिए था कि आई एम इनटू ई-कॉमर्स, जो आईआर ब्रांड आपको बताया था विंदर जी ने उनके साथी में, तो आई हैंडल द ई-कॉमर्स थिंग. सो उनका जो फियर है, फियर ऑफ आफ्टर सेल सर्विस, फियर ऑफ ड्यूरेबिलिटी, तो उनके लॉसेस को मोनेटाइज कैसे करूं उनको मैं, हाउ डू आई,
वो अभी बाद में करेंगे. अभी आपके कोई ध्रुव से स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चंस हो ना, पहले आप वो पूछ लो, बिकॉज़ ही हैज अनदर शेड्यूल लाइंड अप फॉर हिम.
नो सर, दैट्स फॉर यू.
ठीक है सचिन.
या ध्रुव, एक चीज पहली चीज पूछनी थी कि जो आपने कस्टमर को 8 लाख रुपए वाला प्रोडक्ट 24 लाख में बेचा, तो 28 लाख में, राइट? तो अगर ये ना होता, अगर ये ना डिस्कशन होती, तो यू वुड हैव सोल्ड दैट प्रोडक्ट फॉर 8 lakhs only.
Yes, because you see, earlier what was happening, the customer was driving us, we were not driving the customer. So it was all उनकी जो इंक्वायरी आई उस बेसिस पे हमने कोटेशन बनाई, वो कोटेशन उनको दे दी. When we started doing this exercise, when we started putting actual numbers, we started realizing where all can we capitalize. Starting में तो हमारा कैलकुलेटर पे एक बहुत बड़ा नंबर नहीं आया, बट हमने देखा उसमें ऐसी क्या चीजें हम ऐड कर सकते हैं जिससे कि हम उनकी, जैसे हमने एक कंडेंसर ऐड करा, उससे उनकी रिकवरी बढ़ गई, वो रिकवरी की सॉल्वेंट की कॉस्ट है कुछ. So then it helped us upscale also, and it helped our customer understand better कि why what we are offering makes sense for them, because हर एक के आगे एक डॉलर वैल्यू, हर चीज के आगे एक डॉलर वैल्यू आ गई. आप ये एक्सेसरी यूज करते हैं जो 6 लाख रुपए की है, या आपको एक साल में इतनी सेविंग देगी, इसकी इतनी ROI आ रही है. So it became very easy for us, and people at the top, especially people at the top, understand this very clearly. मतलब I might if I am going to purchase, probably कुछ नहीं होगा, क्योंकि उसको कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. वो तो यही देखेगा मेरी इंक्वायरी में आपने पहले 8 लाख कोट किया था, अब 28 कैसे हो गया.
करेक्ट,
हो ही नहीं सकता. But then once we approached the right people there, they started understanding the benefit that yes, what these people are saying will actually, and as a proof of concept, they took it from us. But eventually it started helping them कि उनकी रिकवरी बढ़ेगी, उनकी प्रोडक्टिविटी बढ़ी है. Now from the same plant, they were doing a batch in about 10 hours. They are doing it in 8 hours. So all capital investment remaining the same. Their production has gone up by 20%.
Right. So ये ध्रुव, ये जो कैलकुलेटर है, इसकी ट्रेनिंग सेल्स टीम की भी करी होगी.
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
तो ये जब कस्टमर के सामने बैठते हैं तभी वो अपने कैलकुलेटर पे कैलकुलेट कर रहे होते हैं, और दे जस्ट आस्क क्वेश्चंस एंड देन
they first, initially what we started doing was we started sharing this calculator with the customer, and we started getting numbers, because कई बार हम सामने बैठते हैं कस्टमर के तो वो इतना खुल के नहीं बताता.
Right.
But when he is doing it on himself, then he is very then he would like to test everything. और हमने उसको अपनी ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म पे ले आए हैं, वेब फॉर्म पे, जिससे कि जो वो भर रहा है उसको कैलकुलेटर का रिजल्ट देने के लिए एक ईमेल एड्रेस भरना होता है, उसकी एक कॉपी हमारे को भी आ जाती है. तो हमें एग्जैक्टली पता रहता है कि what savings the customer is presuming or he is looking at.
Awesome. रॉकेट लगा दिया ध्रुव, मजा आ गया सुन के. Too good.
All right, Nitin.
So my question was same related to Sachin. Dhruv, what was the content points in those calculators? Like, what was the the structure of that calculator? Can you give a brief idea about it?
So because we are doing capital equipment, we are doing vacuum pumps, dry vacuum pumps. So we have categorized it into one is, there are 8 heads that we've categorized our calculator into. Savings in terms of power, savings in terms of solvent recovery, that additional solvent that we are offering, otherwise that solvent was being lost into the atmosphere.
I think these are very technical points, may or may not be understandable for and relevant for all the other participants. But Nitin, just the summary of it is कि he has actually figured out, I think 13-14 points or 21 points where he can actually prove. Is that number correct, Dhruv? I think आपने कुछ बताया था 17-18 या शायद 20 पॉइंट आपने बताए थे कि आपने जो आइडेंटिफाई करें, या कुछ डिफरेंट था?
Yes, it keeps changing for different applications, but around 18 points हैं.
बिल्कुल ठीक है.
उसमें से कईयों में 9 लगते हैं, कईयों में 10 लगते हैं.
करेक्ट. ग्रेट. सो नितिन, इनके क्या टेक्निकल पॉइंट्स हैं वो हो सकता है आपके लिए रिलेवेंट ना हो, बट अगर आपको फर्दर बात करें तो आप ध्रुव से अलग से डिस्कस कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज दोस टेक्निकल पॉइंट्स मे और मे नॉट बी अंडरस्टैंडेबल एंड एप्लीकेबल फॉर अदर पीपल.
Yes, because my concern was like how to train sales executive to change numbers according to every lead.
वो आप डिफाइन करेंगे, जैसे मैंने भी आपको बताया, पहले आपको बेसिक चीज समझना पड़ेगा. मैं अभी ध्रुव के सेशन के बाद, शेयरिंग के बाद में आपको सारा प्रोसेस शेयर करूंगा. डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. जी, थैंक यू. वेलकम.
थैंक यू ध्रुव जी. वंडरफुल सुनने में बहुत मजा आया, बहुत अच्छा लगा. सर, माय फर्स्ट, बिफोर आई आस्क यू माय क्वेश्चन, आई वांट टू ऑफर समथिंग टू यू. आप अगर 8 लाख का पंप 28 लाख में बेच रहे हो और शाम को नोट गिनने की कमी हो तो मुझे बुला लिया कीजिए.
No problem, sir. Noted.
With that
वो कह
said,
रहा है गिनने की मेरे को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
with that said, sir, I can already envisage मैं इसको कैसे स्टैप करूंगा और कैसे ट्विस्ट करूंगा. आप मेरे दिमाग में वो पिक्चर विजुअलाइज क्लियरली कर पा रहा हूं मैं. Thank you for this clarity. एक हेल्प चाहिए थी. One challenge that I foresee is I'm expecting my customers to prove my claims.
Yes.
आपने कोई स्पेशल टूल यूज किए या कुछ आपने काम किया to prove what
Yes. Yes.
is helpful.
So आगे जब I think when you proceed in this workshop, you'll so what we've started doing is based on every such calculation where we're being able to add a big value, a true big value to our customer. We've started publishing case studies of that. We've started taking their video testimonials, publishing case studies based on actual numbers. We first get it vetted by our customer. We've added a dedicated resource for this activity, and that helps us build our credibility.
Okay.
तो उसको हम फिर उनकी सिमिलर इंडस्ट्रीज में जब जा रहे हैं तो वो केस स्टडीज अगर वहीं की पब्लिश्ड हैं तो पीपल कोरिलेट विद दैट मच मोर इजीली than us being able to, or for us to say anything. It then becomes a pull system than us pushing it.
Okay. One more thing, sir. छोटा मुंह बड़ी बात नहीं करना चाहता, but just wanted to say, अगर आपका कस्टमर 10 घंटे की जगह 8 घंटे में कर रहा है वो काम, तो productivity should go by 25%, not 20%, sir. Your calculator might look different.
Yeah, no problem with that. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay. ध्रुव, एक मेरे माइंड में क्वेरी है. जब हमने पोजीशनिंग के ऊपर काम करी, लोगों ने अपने अपने नंबर्स कैलकुलेट करे, तो बहुत बड़े-बड़े नंबर्स आ गए and they're not finding themselves at peace with those numbers. So how was your experience regarding those numbers when we calculated losses, 5,000 crores or इतने hundreds of thousands of crores of contributions of business? So how did you go through that?
So what we started doing was, initially when we calculated in terms of dollar value, our number was also coming very big. It was coming to about 42,000 crores. Instead of using that number, like ये अभी sir ने भी कहा कि 10 hours के 2 hours करे, we converted those numbers into actual productive hours that we've been able to provide back to the customer. Now customer understands, most of these people, they understand everything. So in our positioning statement, there is also a statement which says that we have helped our customers save more than 3.5 crore productive hours in terms of giving them that additional time to produce extra. क्योंकि जब हम उनसे बात करके, जैसे आपने एक साइंस बताई है ऑफ प्रॉफिट को रिवर्स कैलकुलेट कैसे करें, कि इतनी सेविंग के लिए आपको कितनी एडिशनल टर्नओवर करनी पड़ेगी, पीपल स्लाइटली बिकम हेजिटेंट इन शेयरिंग दोस नंबर्स विद अस, और दे डोंट गिव अस द एक्यूरेट वैल्यू. उससे फिर कैलकुलेशन में उतना इंपैक्ट नहीं आता. सो वी स्टार्टेड गिविंग देम दीज नंबर्स, और बीच में बातें करते करते ऐसे ही उनको बता दिया कि सर इसमें ऑन एन एवरेज आपको पर आवर दिस इक्विपमेंट इज कॉस्टिंग यू से 2 lakhs, 2.5 lakhs, 3 lakhs of running. So if you're able to recover these many hours, it'll be a very big saving for you.
Correct.
And customers understand that. We just need to find the right person in that organization, the right level.
That is the key. That is the key. Yes. Because most of the people as of now are interested in connecting with purchase managers.
So that is
धीरे करके thinking जैसे मैं change करता हूँ वो होगा.
हमने अब वो छोड़ दिया. हम परचेज मैनेजर से बात ही नहीं करते. हम परचेज मैनेजर से तब बात करते हैं जब उसका खुद हमें फोन आता है कि सर आपकी इक्विपमेंट फाइनल करनी है, अब आप आ जाओ मेरे पास. तो हम कहते हैं चलो नो प्रॉब्लम. बट अदरवाइज we've realized that वहां जाने का मतलब है you are only talking on price or this discounts or credit.
Yes, absolutely.